Well, there are plenty of reasons a newborn may have to spend some time in the NICU. They're premature, they're having trouble breathing, or have a health complication. But in today's Your Healthy Family, a Snuggler volunteer in the NICU at NCH tells me some babies are dealing with Neonatal Abstinence Syndrome. They were born addicted to drugs.
There's nothing more precious than a newborn baby.
Oh, the sheer joy of it, being in the presence of a brand new life, right? There's nothing like it. You can feel it too, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
The tiny hands, the stretches, the sweet sounds. But some babies here in the NICU at NCH
You can hear it in their voices.
are born with a particular struggle that requires more love and attention.
There is a sound that they make. They're emotional. They're upset.
They have a very high-pitched cry.
Those babies have Neonatal Abstinence Syndrome, or NAS. They're born addicted to drugs.
Their mothers are addicted to drugs, so when they're born, their drug supply is cut off immediately.
This is Mary Beth Clary.
I've been snuggling since 2015.
She's the Snuggler preceptor for NCH North Naples Hospital. She's in charge of training Snuggler volunteers so they can comfort babies, including ones with NAS.
Those babies need the Snugglers more than anybody because they can be inconsolable.
I want to be clear. The baby she's holding in this story is not a NAS baby. This little guy was born premature. We visited NCH on one of the rare days they weren't caring for a baby with NAS.
There's typically a NAS baby in the NICU almost at all times.
Mary Beth says NAS babies are typically born full term.
And within a day or so, they will typically start showing signs of withdrawal.
Things like trembling, seizures, fever, high-pitched crying, as mentioned before, and trouble sleeping.
What we are trying to do is to get them to sleep. Getting them to sleep is the most important because that's when they can start healing themselves.
And Mary Beth says their Snuggler volunteers go through some pretty extensive training to learn the right comforting techniques.
We swaddle them very tightly to mimic what it felt like in the womb, because that was their happy place. Rock them. We will allow them to suck on a pacifier because sucking is very soothing to babies.
But that shushing you hear, that's key.
For a NAS baby, it mimics the sound that they hear when they're in the womb of the blood going in and out of the mother's heart. And then we try to hold them so that their heads are close to where our heart is. They can hear our heartbeat.
That will calm the babies down enough so they can sleep. Despite the challenges these babies face in the first few weeks of life.
These babies have futures.
And getting them there?
This is indescribable.
It's the best job in the world.
And those babies are just too sweet. Now, to learn more about the training these volunteers go through to care for these babies, you can go to fox4now.com/yourhealthyfamily. For Your Healthy Family, I'm Lisa Greenberg.